Today I'm going to be reviewing Dollar Shave Club versus Harry's to see who's got the best ad account right now. So in this series of brand battles, I'm going to be analyzing two brands in competitive spaces that are competing with each other. And I'm going to be telling you, firstly, why certain brands are doing better than others. I'm going to tell you which ones they are, and I'm going to tell you how you can implement that for your brand and how you can learn from the brands that are doing best right now on Meta. So today's brands are Dollar Shave Club and Harry's. As you can see, both are shaving brands. This is actually a very relevant comparison. These are brands that are literally competing for the same customers. I'll show you both websites, first of all, that I found they are sending most of their traffic to. That's always the first thing I look at. I think a lot of brands neglect that in their ads libraries. They start by looking at videos and statics, but actually where you're sending the traffic to is just as important. And what I've noticed is both brands here, it's Harry's seem to have a pop-up, Dollar Shave Club don't. That's a big wasted opportunity. Neither seem to have an exit intent pop-up, which is interesting. When I try and leave, nothing pops up. So that's definitely somewhere that Dollar Shave Club are leaving money on the table. But what I notice is that both brands have clearly identified a hero product. So in this case, it's quite surprising. They've got like a tattoo cream. And if I look on Foreplay, which I like reviewing brands on the most, you'll see that they're actually sending most of their traffic to this website. So on Foreplay, you can track brands and you can see, among many other things, you can see which landing pages are being used the most. 149 of their ads out of 450 are sending traffic to their tattoo cream. So that's really interesting. It shows it's a pretty underrated product because I haven't heard much about it. And this category must be doing well if Harry's are spending 30% of their ad budget on this product. So that's a really good bit of info there. Regardless though, it's very important that you hone in on your core winning product and don't try and do too many things at once. You'll often find when looking into your Shopify and analyzing your products that it's surprising to see just how big a difference there is between the LTV and the AOV of different products. Most people just look at the ROAS that their ads are bringing in, but there are often really big differences between how many repeat customers different products bring in. And I'll tell you, 99% of e-commerce brands don't know this. They don't know which products are actually bringing in their best customers. And an analogy I like to use is a steak restaurant. So imagine you're running an ad and you can quite easily bring in a customer to buy a salad from you. You could be spending $15 to acquire that customer and they might buy from you once because you don't specialize in salads. There's nothing special about it. So your AOV, there's $50. Your ROAS is going to be pretty much a 3x on the first purchase. So you'll think that ad's doing well, but actually that customer never comes back again. On the other hand, maybe your steak customers are harder to acquire. Let's say for your ideal customer that orders a steak and a bottle of wine, you're getting $1,000 per meal from that person. It might cost you $1,000 to acquire that customer, but because your steaks are so good, maybe that customer then comes back 20 times. So your $1,000 CPA at a 1x ROAS is actually more profitable and is bringing in a 20x on the lifetime with a $19,000 profit compared to your salad customers who are bringing in a 3x, but it's only making you $30 per customer and they never come back to your store again, or your restaurant in this case. And it's the same here. You'll be shocked. You'll have two very similar products, or you'll have two even different products that perform drastically differently. And what's clearly happened here is Harry's have identified that this product is worth pushing. So I would imagine the customers that buy this from them are much more likely to come back. And one reason could be that, I mean, for a start, the fact I've not seen this product before, I've not seen many products that are moisturizers for tattoos. I would imagine it's very simple. It's just a less competitive space. So when people buy this product from Harry's, they're more likely to keep coming back because there's less competition. There's less other brands in their face showing them other tattoo creams to compete with Harry's. So that's really interesting. Dollar Shave Club have kept honing in on their core products, which is their shave kits. So that's interesting. This does seem to be bottom of funnel because it's a comeback kit. So simply trying to make more money out of their existing customers and bring them back to buy more. $5 is obviously very cheap. And this wouldn't be their top of funnel ad. Now there's an interesting battle that goes on for brands, which is, do I try and maximize AOV on my first order? Or am I so confident in my product that I want to bring customers in at a discount, or just bring them in with the lowest barrier to entry possible in order to get them to become a customer and become loyal to me? So those are two completely opposite conflicting strategies. And really, you've just got to follow the data on that, similar to deciding which product you're going to advertise. It's a case of what kind of customers are your best customers? Is it the ones that buy a $5 kit? Is it the ones that spend $150 on your first purchase? You have to analyze which customers are most profitable for your brand in the long term and which ones align with your long-term strategy for your brand. So if we go back to Shave Club, I won't analyze that landing page because it is pretty clear that's a bottom of funnel ad. It does look like the creative they're using for that ad does look like top of funnel because they're talking about try for $5. So I would imagine, therefore, that they are using this as a low barrier to entry to bring people in. It is just a bit confusing that on the website they call it a comeback kit. They might be referring to like a comeback kit in the sense of you're having a comeback, you're having a glow up. That's probably what they're referring to. Maybe it's not what I initially thought, which was, bringing a customer back, and that does make more sense actually. So so that will be top of funnel, and yeah, the conclusion here is they're not going for AOV at the beginning, they're going for LTV. So yeah, very different approaches here, and quite interesting to see the difference. You can immediately see with Harry's that they're going straight for AOV. It is literally two contrasting strategies that you're seeing here. I like that they've got the reviews. They've gone for a more salesy approach, I would say, than Dollar Shave Club. They've got a lot more going on here. Dollar Shave Club have gone very much for simplicity. Very small landing page. I don't think this is good. Again, it clearly aligns with their strategy of low barrier to entry, just $5 and buy the kit. Because one of the biggest friction points is getting someone to part ways with their card details and to go from being a prospect to a customer, I don't know if it's the best idea to try so hard to go so cheap. And I don't know if this will be more profitable for them. But when you're dealing with these big international brands, it might just be a case of their goal is just to gain market share and acquire customers at any cost. But on an individual e-commerce level, I don't think this is overall a good idea, and I wouldn't copy this from them. I don't think this is a good example to take. The landing page, this is actually very clearly AI. Anytime you ask AI for 3 key points about your business or key USPs, they always come up with no BS. Like that every single time they do that. It's a bad use of AI, and that's really kind of generic. Great razors. I mean, there's 0 pain points here. There's zero understanding of the customer. No one who lands on this page is going to feel like Dollar Shave Club understands the pain points of them as a customer. None of them are going to understand. None of them are going to feel understood. They're not going to feel like this product's made for them. So this is one of the most basic foundational parts of marketing that you've got to be doing as a brand. And it's really, really bad that they're not doing this. And then the final one, low prices, very, very generic. Low prices, no BS, great razors. I mean, it's not emotionally selling to you when you've got so many brands competing for your customers' attention. To be going that basic with your USPs is pretty crazy, especially for such a big company. So yeah, and then immediately they're just trying to upsell you on other products. It's like, okay, so I've been told there's this great razor. I've not really been told why. I've not been told why it's better than other ones. Oh, but now I can also buy a hat. Like, this is really, I would say, bad marketing. The only way they will get away with this is because they're already quite big. But even so, that's just lazy. That doesn't mean they should be doing this. Another thing is the shop now button is going to take you to another page. So they're immediately losing the customer that was on this page, and they're just distracting them with more pop-ups and more pages. What you want to do is you want platforms like Aftersell that are going to show your customer other products that are relevant, and then they can upsell them with one click. So, if you had like a little toggle here that said, do you want to add a extra shaving cream, or do you want to add a moisturizer or whatever, and it's just one click over here, you don't have to leave the page, it immediately adds to your basket. That's so much better than sending people to a completely different page. So on the landing page, Harry's are infinitely better than Dollar Shave Club, and we haven't even gone that in depth into Harry's yet, but already just the maximizing AOV, giving more information to their customer. You don't want to give too much, but at least here they're showing they understand the pain points. They're talking about the different benefits here. There's actually a reason for you to buy this product. They've got a lot more images. The images are really good as well. It's not lazy just putting product photos. They're actually putting the benefits on here. They've got before and afters. Like, this is exactly what you want from product photography on your landing pages. And then similar here, really good photos taking up the whole page, not putting too much text on there. It's a really good, easy to read and informative thing. I love when you do brand comparisons as well, or product comparisons. Like, this is also very useful. And then FAQs and reviews. Only thing I would say is that move the reviews up, especially for a results-based product like this, where you want to show your customer that the product works and it is about trust. Immediately I'd put reviews at the top, especially ones with photos. I prefer the app that shows where the photos pop up immediately, and it's like a photo with a review, another photo with a review, and it's like a sort of never-ending carousel that goes down. Those are the best because you have a photo and you have a comment from the customer. So the comment always does extra educating, maybe cooling, feeling, absorbs quickly. And then the photo is just more social proof. Like you just see all these faces of people posing with the product or showing the results of the tattoo on their arm. Overall, that just does so much for social proof. And I think that's very necessary here. So I would have moved this up. I wouldn't have it just at the bottom. I would have gone reviews first, especially that they've already got the product photos here and the comparisons. I don't know if it's more beneficial to go into more product photos here rather than going into the reviews straight away. But yeah, on the landing page, that's a clear win for Harry's. So if we go into the ads libraries now, I've prepared them here. You'll see Harry's is testing 460 videos, ads, videos and statics, and Dollar Shave Club's only doing 130. Now, there's lots of different theories around this, but I would say it's better to test more, especially we know these brands are dealing with multi-million-dollar budgets. I think 130 ads is very low, especially with the Meta Andromeda update. Everything is based on your creative. Your whole targeting is dictated by who Meta sees responding to your creatives. You're no longer targeting based on interests and lookalikes. You're purely telling Meta, hey, here's a creative, and Meta goes and shows those creatives to the customers that are responding best and that they figure out are most likely to buy. And whilst there's still loads more that goes on the ad account on your side, the actual targeting is very heavily based around the creative. So I would say with the budget they're dealing with, Harry's running 460 ads is best. Now, that doesn't mean you should be going and running 460 ads for your brand because you need to be spending a certain amount to test each creative. As I said, with Meta targeting being creative led, Meta has to actually put a certain amount of spend behind the creatives to figure out who to show them to. So whilst more creatives is better for a big brand because it's going to allow them to reach more customers and increase the number of groups they're targeting, you need money to do that. So 460 ads is great for them, and knowing that Dollar Shave Club have the same or greater budget, 130 ads is pretty low. Let's start with Harry's and see what they're up to. So straight away I can see a mixture of videos and statics, which is really good. I highly recommend that. The reason you want to do statics, aside from the obvious of variety, is that you can test them quite easily and quickly and cheaply compared to videos. In order for UGC to work nowadays, it's really got to be the top 1, if not top 0.1%. Customers have seen so many videos of an influencer holding a product, it doesn't work anymore. The UGC has to actually be good and engaging content. And to do that, it's expensive. So if you want to test a new angle or a new audience, you've got to be doing that with statics. And it's far more cost effective, as I mentioned. Once you then find which statics are winning, and you therefore identify which angles and which customers are performing best for you, that's when you then make videos out of those concepts. You don't do it the other way around. It's just a waste of money, especially when you're not a billion-dollar company like these guys are. I really like this static. This is a good one. It's catchy. It's got good colors. It clearly shows the product, and it's got a review which shows that this brand understands what the customer's pain point is. They know that under the chin and neck must be a frustrating thing for shavers. And then they've got the price, which is obviously a really compelling offer. That's that is a bonus point. Obviously, only put the price on here if that is one of your selling points. Otherwise, it's not going to be useful. Again, they good use of space. They're using the whole screen. They're showing the products clearly, not too much text. Right off the bat, I can tell these are good statics. This one as well, good use of pain points and showing the benefits of the product. Good product photography. So yeah, the statics are on point, and they've got a really good ratio of statics to videos. I would say that's a good tick there overall. So now let's look at the videos. And as always, we're going to sort by impressions high to low, which is now a default on Meta, and an incredible tool because you pretty much immediately know which ads are going to be performing best for brands. The only time you want to take that with a pinch of salt is if it's a small brand, and by that I mean a brand small enough that there's a good chance they could be wasteful, so they could be running an ad that's not doing well. And you want to be wary, actually in this case, of big billion-dollar companies, because there's more to it than just performance. Sometimes these companies will go to their advertising agency and say, hey, put 5 million behind this promo ad, because there's other factors. It might be a diversity ad, it might be a holiday ad, and they might just have to show it to a certain amount of people. So obviously it's going to get the most impressions regardless of its performance. So yeah, let's take a look at this.
Introducing the new Harry's Plus. Advanced physics for more pivoting. Progressive blade geometry for improved comfort. Made ergonomically, priced economically. Harry's Plus, the shave you've been waiting for. Introducing the new Harry's Plus.
So first thing I'll say here is you've got to be known in your space to start off with your brand name. Otherwise, people aren't going to stop the scroll. No one cares about who you are until you give them a reason to. You would want to be leading with a pain point. But for Harry's, this is a good start. And with the music and the visuals, it's a good hook. Moving into the video, they go straight into pain points and they show you why their razor is good. Pretty straightforward. And the pain points work here. It's snappy, it's good, it's not too long. It's a 15-second video and they cover a few pain points with really good visuals. This is obviously high production, so I won't dwell on this one too long because most brands don't have the budget to make such high quality content. Although this isn't anything crazy, it's not really the sort of style most ecom brands will be going for. Let's look at this because this looks like some UGC.
Have you ever seen a boxer's trainers use one of these under their eyes? They're usually ice cold and
So straight away, you don't know this is an ad. He's sold it really well. The hook's fantastic because he's using all the senses. So he's making a sound that's going to stop the scroll. He's not just gone straight into talking. Like he's made a noise and he's got his cap on backwards. Like he's not trying to be too polished and perfect. It's trying to just stop the scrolling and get attention. And then the verbal hook is good. Have you ever seen, and then going into sort of a story. Again, not selling the product straight away is really good.
Boxers trainers use one of these under their eyes. They're usually ice cold and they're used for things like inflammation and puffiness. And this one's super heavy. I put it in the freezer. It stays cold for a really long time. It's got this little button on the back here where you push it. It comes out with the cooling eye gel stick. And it just fits inside that little metal bit. So it's actually going to stay cool as well. And then you just pop it right back in and you can start to go to work.
And throughout, he's alternating between pain points and between cool visual hooks. So the video is snappy and he's got the thing popping out of the eye kit. So yeah, I think that's a decent video throughout.
On your eyes, go to work on your jaw. Let's release this exclusive.
So yeah, it's nothing crazy, but I'd say for what it is, which is a sort of demonstration UGC, that's a good video.
If you struggle with oily skin like I do, check this out. I call this my oil eraser. This just is going to absorb all that excess.
This is good, wasting no time going into the pain point. This creator or whoever instructed him clearly understands that people don't hang around anymore online. They need to be hooked straight away. So very simple, but just going straight into the hook.
Oil on your skin. I mean, just look at the night and day difference between this side and that side now. You see the shine on my nose there? Watch this. It's going to just erase that shine off. Gone. Right here in the middle. Gone. These anti-shine sticks have all natural ingredients and they don't actually harm your skin whatsoever. Just for us super oily skin folk that, have all that extra oil just sitting on the surface of our skin.
Yeah, it's a good video. I'd say he could be more charismatic. I'm not fully engaged there, but the basics are done well, so it's a decent video. Straight away, very good visual hooks and snappy, as well as the audio. It's kind of an ASMR style, so yeah, ticks those boxes. Good camera quality, good visuals. They've got an offer on there straight away. There's like a lot going on, so it's definitely captivating people. And yeah, again, that's pretty much all that is. Very solid. So yeah, and then overall, they're going for a variety of different avatars, different styles of videos. Overall, yeah, you can see different kinds of people in their UGC, different demographics, and overall, yeah, they're obviously testing a lot of them, and you can see from the first 3 that the standard is good. So overall, I'd say it's a good ad account. I would give it an 8 out of 10. I think it's very decent. And then the landing page, I would say, I mean, we've compared it to a particularly bad one, in my opinion. But I think the landing page compared to Dollar Shave Club is fantastic. I think because of the reviews not being at the top and them repeating similar styles of photos, I would say I would give it maybe a 6.5 out of 10 for the landing page. And so overall, I'd say Harry's are maybe at a 7 with their marketing. Really saved by their creative volume and the all-round good quality of their creators in their ad library. So yeah, I would say they're at about a 7. So to wrap up for Dollar Shave Club, let's see if they can save it with their videos, because honestly, their landing page right now, I would give it probably a 1 out of 10 because of the offer. The design, the colors are nice, but function-wise, it's pretty terrible. Even here, like I didn't even notice initially the sort of selecting the number of months. Like it's so much harder to click and choose a number of months compared to here with sort of 1 click to increase the AOV. Like it's just, this is a lot smoother than the Dollar Shave Club one. So yes, let's look at some of the videos. I'll skip this one because this is more like high production stuff. Let's look at UGC. I mean, for a start, this is sideways.
Y'all just pissing me off lately. The cottage cheese pandemic. You guys know that I have been on a health journey lately. Because in 2026, I want to prioritize my relationship with food and alcohol. But why the hell does everything have cottage cheese in it? Y'all know my boyfriend does all the cooking in our house. So last week he was making us tacos for dinner. Y'all know I love a little dip. I gotta have.
Whilst I like his style and is captivating, and I like the story he's telling, and visually it's captivating because he's sort of telling a story whilst he's shaving, like that will stop the scroll to an extent. I don't like the way it's quite clear it's an ad, so you can tell he's selling from the tone. You can tell it's like a little bit reading from a script. I don't know if it's intentional, but I like that the thumbnail was sideways at the beginning because, again, something different. The hook there visually is good, but it's very small and hard to read, so I don't think that's great. And it's also white on white text. I could see that being quite easy to scroll past, and I don't know how well that will do.
There's something that is pissing me off lately, the cottage cheese pandemic. You guys know that I have been on a health journey lately.
So, like, until that point, it felt natural, but then when he goes, you guys know I've been on a health journey lately, it sounded more like an actor and sounded more scripted. So, yeah, not a great video. It might be the best performer, though, because it is at the top. All I can go off is, objectively, which boxes it's ticking, and I think, yeah, that's not, like, the best video.
This bolt says that your overpriced razor is a bunch of stuff you don't need.
It's got blades made from ancient samurai swords.
See? Dollar Shave Club just says great razors at a great price and no bolt.
Hey, does that work for everything?
Yeah.
My wife's gluten allergy?
Folding fitted sheets.
Daylight savings.
Paper straws.
The moon landing is faked.
Yeah, it's a great ad. It uses lots of relevant memes. It's funny throughout. It's engaging. It's unique. It's got swear words in it. It's sort of a bit like out there. It's a very good video. It's snappy and it's quick. It's sort of cutting the frames quite quickly, going from one actor to another. And yeah, overall, very good ad. Blends in well. Like it's watchable. I think that's a good one. It's not massive in terms of selling the product, but as far as awareness goes and as far as getting views, I think that's a very good one, and I can see why that's at the top of their ads library.
If you would have asked me to guess how much my husband just spent to restock his shaving routine, I would have been off by so much. He takes his shaving routine very seriously, but still complains how often he has to shave. So I've been thinking, why should he be paying premium prices for something that isn't going to last? I got him a subscription to the Dollar Shave Club. He's going to unbox it and try it out.
So what I think is really done well here that I haven't seen in the Harry's ad account is, as I mentioned, with targeting being so heavily creative-led right now, they've just opened up a whole new demographic by putting a woman on there talking about her boyfriend. So clearly that's an entirely different customer avatar, and it's a big part of the market is gifting and women buying razors for their husband, so or boyfriend or partner or friend. So I think that's a really, really good video, and I think she has delivered that quite well in terms of the pain points. I still think, again, maybe I'm being picky because we've watched a few videos now, but I still feel it sounds a little bit like an actor and a little bit like a script. But she's hitting a lot of pain points and keeping the viewer engaged throughout. So as the story goes on, there are pain points being hit there that are going to relate with other girlfriends and wives. So I think that's a really good one. And I think the thinking behind it is very good there. Instead of just writing something different, in the past, it maybe would have been enough to just target women instead of men and have the same creative, but say, buy this for your boyfriend instead of buy this for yourself. But now you have to do it with the creative, and they clearly understand that. They know that you've got to be showing the different customer avatars so that the relevant people click on those ads and Meta starts showing it to more of those people. When Meta shows this ad to the first few people and they see that women are responding to this ad, they're going to start showing it to more women. Maybe if you've got blonde hair, you're more likely to resonate with a video of a woman with blonde hair. So now Meta's going to show it to people with blonde hair that are women. And over time, it hones in on that. And that's how the creative targeting now works on the platform. So overall, that is really good. And I'm sure based on that we'll see more demographics throughout. They've actually got really good statics as well, similar to Harry's. I'd even say these are better. They're more colorful, they stand out more. Yeah, I like these more. There's more effort has gone into them. I think they've used AI well here. You can tell these are AI creatives just because I doubt they've gone and taken a photo like that necessarily. Yeah, I think these are really good statics. And I think they've even got a GIF here as well. Yeah, underutilized. Such an easy way to make your statics more engaging is just turn them into a GIF. And just having stuff moving is only going to help when it comes to captivating people. So overall, I think they are doing very well on the ad side of things. I am seeing a lot of repetition. It's just the variety. For the amount that they're spending, I don't know why they're not testing way more customer avatars like they've done here with the first couple. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why they've not tested a lot more given the budget they obviously have. And Harry's are testing 4 times as many ads, but it's not just the volume. I would say they're probably doing 10 times as much testing because a lot of repetition within this account and then not that much within Harry's ad account. So yeah, I think you can just see generally so much more variety of UGC, and it's also 4 times as big as in terms of the overall ad account as well. So yeah, very good quality here, but not much quantity. And I don't think they need to have that trade-off with the budget they have. I think they could easily do a much higher quality of videos with this whilst maintaining the same quality. But yeah, so overall, I would give Dollar Shave Club a 6 because of the quality of their videos, even though their landing pages are 1 and the quantity I think is really low for their size of brand. And yeah, much worse than Harry's in my opinion. I think Harry's marketing really is superior. So yeah, I think that's interesting to see, and I would be curious to know what the performance is of these ad accounts. I would say Dollar Shave Club are, I think, a bigger company than Harry's, and so maybe they're just less focused on their e-commerce store. Not that they should be, but that's probably why it's happening. Maybe they're dealing on such a big budget that they're sort of showing their ads to everyone, and they're less fussed. They're more corporate. They're less fussed about individual performance of ads, which isn't, it's not good. It's inefficient, but that might be the reason. So yeah, if you enjoyed this, I'm doing a series on comparing other such brands with each other, and hopefully teaching you guys how you can copy these brands to market your brands well as well. And if you are doing this yourself and are looking for advice on your particular ad account and would like us to review your one, we do one of the most comprehensive audits I've ever seen in the e-commerce space, and we do this because we want to show people what our company can do. We've scaled over 200 brands over the last 5 years, so we like to show exactly what we can do, because there's a lot of other marketers out there that say they can do stuff that they can't. So we just show you first, and we know that a certain percentage of brands go on to work with us after that. So we are happy to give this out, and it's no obligation. As we say, it is something that we know comes back to us eventually. So we really want to help as many brands as we can with these free audits, and do a deep dive on your ad account and your ads library. So we're going to show you how your content compares with your competitors. We're going to audit your landing page, and we're going to audit your ad account as well, which is really a no-brainer because it's free of charge and a way for you to see exactly how we can help brands to scale online. So if you'd like to book a call, our team would love to chat with you, and I'll put a link for that down